both figurative and literal that winter is coming.
Crows are all liars.
Is that grandma?
I don't know, but I love crusty bitches that knit by the fire.
Oh, my sweet summer child. What do you know about fear?
Sweet summer.
My sweet summer child, so I kept calling you in the comments. Hey guys, welcome to David vs. Film. I am David, yo soy David. To my right is Marc.
Yo soy Marc.
And tonight we're watching Game of Thrones Season 1, Episodes 2 and 3. A big hey, hi, and hello to all of you, but to returning viewers and especially returning subscribers, what's up? So we are back for episodes 2 and 3. If you have not seen the first episode, our reaction to that, I will go ahead and put a little card up here so you can check that out first. But here we are. So you're back. So
I'm back.
At least you liked enough to watch the next two.
Oh, yes.
Okay. And like I said in the intro last time, we're going to group them together. It might be a little different. If there's like a big episode, we might still have that one on its own. But to kind of move through the seasons quicker. And for you guys also, so you have to wait week to week, we're going to try to put some episodes together starting today. So what do you kind of think of the first one as far as characters go or storylines? There's
a lot of characters and there's a lot of names to remember.
Yeah. I'm turning on the subtitles this time.
Okay.
Last time I didn't do that, Marc was like, what the hell?
Yeah. So far, there was bodies in the woods that just disappeared.
Right.
The king's deputy has been assassinated.
Right.
And then the king's wife appears to be having some kind of incestuous affair with her twin brother and was found out by the main character's son.
Yeah,
Holy
Brandon.
cow. I think all hell's about to break loose.
Yeah, and you know I love when all hell breaks loose. That's probably why I became a fan of this show. And if you missed it in the first one, this is my second time watching Game of Thrones. I've seen it all the way through the first time when it was on in real time. So it's been a while. And of course, it's Marc's first time. And what are you drinking? We kind of touched on it last time, but...
I'm still drinking good old wine.
Yeah, so I told Marc there about Cersei, only in the sense that she drinks a lot of wine. Okay. And now he's seen her, right? You've seen
She's going to be my favorite character now.
Yeah, well, she is a character. Yeah. And then I've got my peach tea as always, no changes there. It's what I drink to make things more fun and entertaining. So, yeah. We want to say thank you, though, first and foremost, to our patrons. You guys who might not know, Patreon is an external site that helps channels like this when they're trying to grow. So if you would like to and are able to help us out, we certainly would appreciate that. We have some really cool thank you benefits, like early access to ad-free versions of the videos. The full unedited reactions are there as well. Polls to help us figure out what to watch next. Discord benefits where we talk about this show and everything else we watch. So check that out if you want. We would certainly appreciate it. But we always appreciate you watching here on YouTube.
Always.
We simply ask you consider clicking subscribe and the notification bell if you want to see more videos like this. A like is always appreciated. And last but not least, if we're not friends on Instagram, let's be friends. We'll leave a link to our Instagram down below.
Awesome.
All right, sir, are you ready?
I'm excited.
All right, then let's grab our hymnals, turn to page 2011, and watch episodes 2 and 3 of season 1 of Game of Thrones.
We should change my chair to a throne.
Oh, yeah, let's see what game you're playing. Back to the cool intro.
King's Landing.
Yeah, and I like the intro because it also helps you remember like where the places are called or like what they're called, where they are.
Get in, loser. We're going to King's Landing.
Exactly. It's only a month's journey. I just think it's fantastic, these opening credits.
The music's good. Looks like they're migrating.
Yeah, going somewhere.
You need to drink, child.
Oh, you heard the man.
The Dothraki have two things in abundance. Grass and horses. People can't live on grass.
It's horse turkey.
Yeah.
How old is this child?
I think she's supposed to be like 18, 19.
Emilia Clarke, right?
Yep.
The actress?
The actress Emilia Clarke. Yeah, very good.
What did Ned Stark want you for? Buying from a slaver?
Selling to one. Some poachers I caught on my land.
Oh, he's trying to sell them into slavery.
So who went to slavery?
Found poachers on his land, he was saying, and he was selling them into slavery.
My mother's been looking for you. You ride for King's Landing today.
Oh, heading out.
Before you go, you will call on Lord and Lady Stark and offer your sympathies.
Can't stand the wailing of women.
Oh! What? You hear that?
Do you understand?
You can't.
Oh!
There's the wailing.
He don't give a Yeah, he throws his weight around. He don't care, right?
He's a badass.
Yeah.
Beloved siblings.
Hey ho.
Farms of the North seem entirely lost on you.
The greatest structure ever built, the intrepid men of the Night's Watch, the wintry abode of the White Walkers.
So what are the White Watchers? Those
are the creatures they were talking about that they believe haven't been seen for thousands of years. Ned was saying, but that the deserter was saying that killed those people and dismembered them.
Maester says the boy may live. I hope the boy does wake. I'd be very interested to hear what he has to say.
He knows something.
I would have addressed your grace.
Says you're home, I'm your guest. I lost my first boy, little black-haired beauty.
I never knew.
Such a little thing. Bird without feathers.
Seems almost genuine there, doesn't she?
I pray to the mother every morning and night that she return your child to you.
So is she bad or good?
Who?
The queen.
Oh, that's a very complicated question you ask, sir.
Let me thank you ahead of time for guarding us all from the perils beyond the wall. I'm sure it will be thrilling to serve in such an elite force. And if not, it's only for life.
It's a huge commitment.
Yeah. Like he said, it's only for life.
Well, okay.
Wolf's
so I have
big.
a pet wolf.
Yeah, right? they grew in like, how many days? It's been like 3 days?
We feed them whole milk.
Nymeria, gloves.
Oh, I like when dogs do that.
Be careful you don't cut yourself.
I'll cut you.
She's not that gangsta.
I had the blacksmith make it for you special. I won't hack a man's head off, but it can poke him full of holes if you're quick enough. I'm going to miss you.
That'd be hard to leave your family, right?
Yeah. That's her half-brother, right?
Yeah.
Careful.
Exactly. Like, what did I just tell you?
It's like my sister
with a gun. Oh, she's waving that gun around. Like, I like this. Like, oh my God. Don't. You're pointing at everybody.
All the best swords have names, you know.
Sansa can keep her sewing needles. I've got a needle of my own.
Needle. That's a good name.
I came to say goodbye to Bran.
You've said it.
Bitch.
I take it that's not her son.
Right.
I know we always talked about seeing the wall together, but you'll be able to come visit me at Castle Black when you're better.
So they can have visitors?
Guess.
I want you to leave.
Why is she so mean to him? It's complicated.
It's complicated. You'll find out, I promise. But I will say you can imagine how difficult it must be if
as a mother,
the product of your husband's infidelity is just constantly right there. You know what I mean? For some people, that's tough. But I love that actress. Her face is so expressive, and she just doesn't even have to say much for you to like just feel such emotion from her, right?
Yeah.
17 years ago, you rode off with Robert Baratheon. You came back a year later with another woman's son, and now you're leaving again.
So she's a military wife, huh?
Yeah, it's a good way to think of it, yeah.
So where's the other woman?
Oh, that's definitely a complicated question that you'll find out later.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's not going to die. I know it.
You Starks are hard to kill.
Farewell, Snow.
And you, Stark.
So that's their legitimate son. One of them, anyway. Rob. I don't think we saw a lot of him in the last season. He was, or last episode. He was around, but didn't say a whole lot.
He seems like a nice guy.
You are a Stark. You might not have my name, but you have my blood. The Starks have manned the wall for thousands of years.
I'm intrigued by this wall. What's beyond the wall?
I'll tell you, when I first started watching, that was what was the most interesting to me as well.
The next time we see each other, we'll talk about your mother.
Guards, this is country. I've half a mind to leave them all behind and keep going.
I don't know if I trust that little chair. Yeah, it's a nice setup, right?
There was that one. Oh, what was her name? That common girl of yours. Your bastard's mother.
Oh.
Weiler.
If I weren't your king, you'd have hit me already.
Worst thing about your coronation, I'll never get to hit you again.
So they go way back then.
They do, yeah. That's one thing about Game of Thrones. So I was saying in the last one, it just kind of jumps in. They don't explain a lot. You just kind of jump right into the action currently. You have to work your way backwards to figure some things out.
Daenerys Targaryen has wed some Dothraki horse lord. What of it?
A Targaryen boy crosses with a Dothraki horde at his back. The scum will join him.
See, they're worried about it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There's a war coming, Ned.
So are the Dothrakis trying to invade?
Those two kids.
They've joined forces.
Yes. Remember, I'll give them a bride and they'll give me an army.
Mm-hmm.
So, the brother and the sister, they're technically the rightful heirs because their father was the king that they overthrew years ago.
So you literally watch the night. Who are those guys? Prisoners?
Mm-hmm.
Rapers. Castration or the wall? Most choose the knife.
It's terrible.
Yeah. So you have a choice.
Oh, I'll go to the wall.
The Night's Watch protects the realm.
Yes. Against all the other monsters your wetness warned you about. You don't believe that nonsense.
What do you think? Any truth to it?
Well, we saw those weird looking ice
symbols with body parts.
Yeah. And then that Megan looking girl.
Oh God, you're right.
Why'd you read so much?
Things are expected of me. My father was the hand of the king for 20 years.
Until your brother killed that king.
Oh.
It's time we reviewed the accounts, my lady. We need a new steward.
We'll talk about it first thing in the morning.
Very good, my lord.
Yeah, it's true. She's like, I don't give a like my kids, like
I know,
hanging on for dear life, and
I know, but the
business has to be done,
yeah,
right?
the business still has to run.
Fire. You stay here, I'll come back.
A mob?
No.
You're not supposed to be here. No one's supposed to be here.
Who's that?
No!
Who's that?
Oh, on the hand, on the hand. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Oh my god!
I love my doggies.
Yep.
Oh yeah, get him.
That's a goddamn wolf. He'll tear him limb from limb.
Get him.
Look at him. Yeah.
Oh, protecting. Good dog.
That's right. Oh my god, could you imagine the pain? Oh my god. And that's your hands.
oh my
yeah.
God.
Yeah, he's not coming back from that.
Who was that? Probably the same people that killed the king's deputy.
Moon is goddess, wife of sun.
It is known.
Before your brother bought me for you, it was my job to make men happy.
Oh, okay.
I was 9 when my mother sold me to the pleasure house.
Oh my gosh.
The pleasure house.
The hell?
Can you teach me how to make the Carl happy?
Yes.
So they're sold into sex slavery? That's terrible.
Isn't it?
Welcome.
It looks like the side of a mountain.
Yeah.
Is that where the garage doors are?
Yeah. Yeah, that tunnel that we saw in the very beginning of the last episode cuts straight through to the wall. That's how they get beyond it.
So what did they tell her? How did he fall? Like he just slipped and fell?
Yeah, we didn't see that. That happened off camera. If they even said anything, she might have just assumed he fell because she sees him climbing all the time, you know?
Uh-oh, she gonna catch him.
Yeah, look at her. She's like Jessica Fletcher from Murder, She Wrote, looking around, trying to find clues.
I don't think Bran fell from that tower. I think he was thrown. Someone tried to kill him twice.
Oh, this happened before?
Well, I was talking about with the guy that came in with the knife. That was the second time.
Lord Stark must be told of this.
I don't trust a raven to carry these words.
Let me accompany you at least. King's Road can be a dangerous place for a woman alone.
Good thinking.
Yeah. Also, I put my money on her pretty much over anybody. She's fierce.
So what's that, like a little dream catcher?
I don't know. Looks like it, right? Or maybe she just took a crafting class. That's about as good as she can do.
Okay. Go to Michael's girl.
Men want what they've never had. And the Dothraki take slaves like a hound takes a bitch.
Oh.
I don't think that this is the Dothraki way.
If he wanted the Dothraki way, why did he marry you?
Ooh, that's a good point.
Damn, why can my body look like that?
Because we eat Doritos.
No. Hazam Shahara Tif.
Oh, he likes that, right? What's that? Leave your face. That was just a respectful showing of emotion between two willing partners, Game of Thrones style. That's beautiful.
I want to go whitewater rafting.
Yeah.
Arya!
Ow! Oh, bitch. Weasley?
He's the butcher's boy.
He's my friend.
I'm your prince, and I said, pick up your sword.
He's a little douchebag, isn't he?
Yes, right? It's a sharp sword. Oh!
Cunt!
Oh! I love that dog.
That's a whole separate one.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
You've got to go. They'll kill you for what you did to Joffrey.
Oh my god, that kills me. I know it's just I know it's a fucking show, but like when animals like that, it's just they don't understand. And it's like, oh my god, it's like that's the hardest thing to watch.
You hurt?
No.
Your girl and that butcher's boy attacked my son. They all attacked me and she threw my sword in the river.
Liar!
Shut up!
Enough!
It's a little bitch.
Yeah.
I don't remember. Everything happened so fast.
I don't recall defense. Oh, look at that.
We found no trace of the direwolf, Your Grace.
So be it.
We have another wolf.
She's evil.
Is this your command?
Who, Cersei?
Yes.
He ran. Not very fast.
They killed the butcher's boy. That's f***ed up.
Yeah.
No. Oh, no. Oh,
Sound
no.
is the worst sound. He's awake. And that's okay. You can hate like Ned for that action. He's a good guy, but still, that's bad. Just following orders, but...
That was really sad.
Yeah.
So what is that thing? The compass or an artillery or what is that?
So it is something, but you don't find out till later.
Oh. So what are those little symbols? It looks like each one has a different one.
Yeah, it's actually a really good question. So each family has a symbol or has
Like
a sign.
Like a coat of arms?
Yeah, so like the wolf, you know, is like the north with like Winterfell and the Starks. The deer they showed is like the Baratheons.
Okay. It's a deer.
Yeah, deer.
Is that a lion next to it?
And see, they are around the edges. Got a dragon.
Dragon, a wolf, a lion, and a deer.
Deer, yeah. So they made it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Is this a real place?
I don't know. I mean, like, you mean like the building and stuff? Yeah, I think it's constructed and like CGI.
Get the girls settled in. I'll be back in time for supper.
Like to change into something more appropriate?
What's wrong with what I'm wearing?
Yeah, you call me out? Have you know this is Kmart of Winterfell? It means something up there.
Mm-hmm. Oh, there's a throne.
Yeah, the Iron Throne. There it is.
What's the line? The king shits and the hand wipes.
Ooh.
Oh.
Very handsome armor. Not a scratch on it.
Well, he gives as good as he takes.
I'm standing right here when it happened. It was very brave, your brother. And your father, too. And this room was silent as a crypt. Except for the screams, of course.
Oh, he's going for the jugular.
Gosh.
When I watched the Mad King die, I remembered him laughing as your father burned.
That's horrible. So he burned him alive?
You're a servant of justice. When serving was safe.
So they're friends.
Lord Varys. Renly.
Renly.
You looking well?
I told them this meeting could wait another day, but...
But we have a kingdom to look after. No doubt Lady Catelyn has mentioned me.
She has, Lord Baelish. Grand Maester.
How many years has it been?
And it's a lot of names getting thrown around, but you'll know them as it goes along.
Belongs to you now. Should we begin?
The Hand of the King.
My brother instructs us to stage a tournament in honor of Lord Stark's appointment as Hand of the King.
It's like a competition?
We already owe Lord Tywin 3 million gold. What's another 80,000?
Are you telling me the crown is 3 million in debt?
I'm telling you the crown is 6 million in debt.
Oh.
So the king likes to spend like Mariah Carey, in other words, just running through that money.
What is he buying?
Whores and drinks and entertainment.
So it's Louis and Marie Antoinette.
Right, exactly.
This tournament is an extravagance we cannot afford.
But still, we'd best make our plans.
There will be no plans until I speak to Robert.
The king?
Yeah.
Do I have to marry her? Yes. And if you'd rather fuck painted whores, you'll fuck painted whores.
Nothing like a mother's love.
Thanks, Mom.
The world will be exactly as you want it to be.
He's so spoiled.
He is, right?
It's an ass whooping.
Yes.
Everyone who isn't us is an enemy.
Oh, that shows you her mindset, right?
I'm practicing.
Practicing for what?
The prince. He's a liar and a coward, and he killed my friend.
Message.
Who's the woman?
I think that's like their nurse, you know, or their governess. Oh, fine.
Open the door.
Hide that.
That's what I was just thinking,
They're gonna
too.
take it away from you.
Yeah. That's what teachers used to do back in school. Oh, let me see your phone. And they keep your
Can't get it at the end of the school year.
Exactly. Oh, year. Oh, we had to wait a whole day. Y'all school was vicious.
It's called needle.
You know the first thing about sword fighting?
Stick 'em with the pointy end.
Oh, she learned, right?
I asked Micah to practice with me.
That didn't go too well.
Sansa will be married to Joffrey someday. She must take his side, even when he's wrong.
But how can you let her marry someone like that?
Message.
Winter is truly coming, and in the winter, we must protect ourselves. Look after one another. I don't want to frighten you, but I won't lie to you either. We cannot fight a war amongst ourselves.
The writing is really good, right? The way they write the dialogue. Yep. I think it's so well done. Acting too, but the writing especially.
Crows are all liars.
Is that Grandma?
I don't know, but I love crusty bitches that knit by the fire.
I know a story about a boy who hated stories.
My favourites were the scary ones.
Oh, my sweet summer child. What do you know about fear?
My sweet summer child, so I kept calling you in the comments.
Thousands of years ago, there came a night that lasted a generation. The White Walkers came for the first time, riding their dead horses. So is this the sort of story that you like?
Because I don't know any of those, girl. But I'll tell you some other stuff.
So it's a long winter and the White Walkers come out.
That's what she was saying. Yeah,
on
that
dead
happened years
horses?
ago. On dead horses, yeah.
It's true, isn't it? what Maester Logan says about my legs. I'd rather be dead.
Don't ever say that.
I'd rather be dead.
Careful what you wish for.
That sounds like you, though. Like, you always say that if you were, like, a vegetable or something, you wouldn't want to live, right?
I'd rather be dead.
And I'm like, oh, don't pull that plug. Don't even let him vacuum the room. Keep everything plugged in all the time.
We've been instructed to escort you into the city.
Instructed? You little worm! You take me for some back alley Sally you can drag into a...
Bring me to a brothel.
No one will come looking for you here. Isn't that what you wanted?
How did you know I was coming to King's Landing?
Lady Stark, knowledge is my trade, my lady.
He's got his little birds.
Does he send the crows in?
No. He's saying it figuratively. He's got his little birds, his little whispers, like people find. He's got spies.
Do you know whose dagger this is?
It's mine. At least it was. I lost this dagger.
To whom?
Tyrion Lannister.
Oh.
Do you think Ned Stark's bastard bleeds like the rest of us?
I think I'm not going to let you find out.
I get the feeling that Snow is going to be like the Prince of Egypt. He's eventually going to be the king.
Oh, right. Yeah, I see what you're saying.
And then get his people out of...
One of those kind of stories where it's like the pauper becomes the prince kind of thing.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
A raven came for Ned Stark's son.
Good news or bad?
Both.
Lord Stark.
A raven.
Don't drop a banana peel.
Like he's got one foot in the grave and the other on a banana peel.
Perhaps you'd like to share it with your wife.
One of several such establishments I own.
Ned!
Well, hey, girl.
What the hell are you doing here?
What you looking at, Halfman?
I'm looking at you. Very distinctive faces. I think they would look marvelous decorating spikes in King's Landing.
We'll talk later, lads. No.
Okay, I think he's my favorite character right now.
He's so good, right?
So intelligent and witty.
Your brother Bran has woken up.
He's woken up. There you go.
Peter has promised to help us find the truth. I won't forget this.
Don't tell anyone. I have a reputation to maintain.
And who is he? Her friend?
Yeah, they go back when they were children. He was telling Ned earlier during the council meeting that, they were like, grew up together.
What if it comes back to him? He tells his father and my husband.
I'll go to war with him if I have to. The war for Cersei's...
Oh, my God.
Gosh.
The boy won't talk. And if he does, I'll kill him.
These people are up.
Right?
I know they did it, Ned. The Lannisters in my bones, I know it.
Littlefinger's right. I can't do anything without proof.
See, Littlefinger. Peter, Baelish, Littlefinger. He's got like 4 names. That's 3, but I think there's another one.
So she went there for what purpose again?
To tell him that someone tried to kill their son.
Oh.
She was going to try to go there to find out if it was the Lannisters, because she thought it was, and she wanted to go tell Ned.
Couldn't you just send a crow?
Well, that's what she was saying earlier, and the gods
she doesn't trust
it.
them.
Get intercepted. Yeah, there's a lot going on right now. No one trusts anybody.
You remember your first?
That's Hiroshi.
Mine was some Tarly boy at the Battle of Summerhall.
Oh, what are they talking about? Killing?
Yes.
Oh.
But I don't blame you because I thought the same thing, actually. And this poor guy probably just came in to get the lunch order like an hour ago, and he's like, I didn't know I was getting into all this.
Now the Tarleys bend the knee like everyone else. Wine!
Yeah. Hey, your king commands it.
Lancel Lannister.
It's empty, Your Grace.
Yes.
So get more.
Yeah. What are you standing there for? Go get me some wine.
Jaime Lannister, son of the mighty Tywin. We're telling war stories. What did the Mad King say when you stabbed him in the back?
Burn them all.
Burn them all who? Them?
The old Mad King, yeah, because they used to burn people like he burned Ned's dad and brother.
Did the Dothraki buy their slaves?
The Dothraki don't believe in money. Most of their slaves were given to them as gifts.
Mother.
You want the entire horde to stop? For how long?
Until I command them otherwise.
Ooh, she's getting some confidence, right? Yeah.
You dare! You give commands to me.
Oh, it's just this dude.
I don't take orders from savages or their sluts. Do you hear me?
Oh, he didn't give a
Don't hurt him. Khaleesi vasalo memenem asisa.
Check. I don't agree with either, but just do it. I mean, he brought that on himself, though,
yeah,
right?
You don't touch the queen.
Right.
I am your king! Shall we return to the Khalisar, Khaleesi?
Making it very clear who's in charge, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
You like that, don't you?
I do.
Yeah.
Walk.
Oh, he learned that.
It's your fault. You sold me into this bullshit.
True, yeah. You brought this on yourself, dude. You can either like command respect or earn respect. And when you're a little douche like that guy, you better learn to earn it. Just like Joffrey, like the king's son, because you are not the type that can command it.
I'm interested to know Jon Snow's backstory. The world's first elevator.
And the phone doesn't work on that one either.
I wanted to be here when you saw it for the first time. There have been disturbing reports.
What kind of reports?
Kind I don't want to believe.
Oh.
We'll speak when I return.
So you ask what's beyond the wall. That's what's beyond the wall. That's where they went when they found those body parts out there.
And how do a bear's balls taste?
Bit chewy. The Night's Watch is a joke to you, is it? An army of jesters in black.
We don't have enough men to be an army, and aside from Yoren here, none of you are particularly funny.
He's so clever, right?
Yeah, he is.
I believe that the only difference between us and the wildlings is that when that war went up, our ancestors happened to live on the right side of it.
The wildlings are no different from us, for they're made of meat and bone. You've never been north of the wall, so don't tell me what's out there.
That's true. He hasn't. Because that's the case, isn't it? You can always read and study about something, but until you've seen it yourself or gone up there, you just don't know.
I travel a bit on the grubby side, my lord.
Not this time. We'll be staying at the finest castles and inns.
I'm in.
Exactly. He made friends with the right guy.
What are you doing? When was last time you bleed, Khaleesi?
Uh-oh.
A little baby to tattoo up like his father. And I love that she's getting into like the culture, right? And she's like respects them, and she's learning the language, and she's learning the customs. Like, she's very smart. I think Daenerys is a great character. You like her? You like Daenerys?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, she's great.
He still is.
The Khaleesi have baby inside her.
Say what?
She does not want to eat horse.
I'll have the boys butcher a goat for supper.
Cabrito.
You speaking Dothraki or is it Spanish?
It's Spanish.
How many winters have you seen, Lord Tyrion?
8. No. 9.
This one will be long.
Old people love talking about the weather, right?
The Night's Watch is the only thing standing between the realm and what lies beyond. We've barely enough resources to keep our lads armed and fed. We need help.
It's always about money, right? Money, resources.
Money, resources, yeah. How much longer is she going to incubate these eggs?
I was about to say, she keeps those eggs on display like they're from, like, you know, the finest museum store you've ever seen.
Oh, she's enjoying his company now.
Oh, yeah. They've learned to get along, let's just say.
But you have to assume, okay.
There's somebody walking on the side like, Jesus, really?
Is it raining?
If you see my brother Bran, tell him I miss him. He'll never walk again.
If you're going to be a cripple, it's better to be a rich cripple.
I mean, I guess that's, that's putting a fine point on it.
Yeah, bullshit around.
You are late, boy.
Who are you?
Your dancing master, Sirio Forel.
Looks more like Bob Ross, like he's going to teach her to paint some happy little trees. But all kidding aside, I like this guy. I think he's funny.
Needed. Now you are standing all wrong. Turn your body side face. You are skinny. That is good.
I long to hear those words.
Me too.
Now we will begin the dance.
I like the way he describes it as a dance, though, because it is very much like... I mean, I always think about when I watch these movies with sword fighting, it's like choreography, you know? They have to learn the moves like you'd land a dance.
They're metal?
No, I just think they're doing the metal sound effects. And then you're, like, leading into the next scene, I go... He looks concerned for her, right? Oh, there you go. Well, that wasn't a sad ending. You were talking about how, like, all the episodes have sad endings. That one wasn't sad at all. 2 and 3 done.
Yeah.
So what did you think?
Oh, my God. I'm
an
intrigued.
open-ended question, I know, but...
I'm intrigued. I want to learn more.
Yeah.
I especially want to know what is beyond the wall.
Okay, that's a really good question that we spend a lot of time establishing.
Yes,
so,
because that's all they talk about.
All I'll tell you is what has been established already on the show. So they mentioned wildlings.
Yes.
The wildlings are the people, like he said.
Okay.
They're like, you know, blood and flesh and bone and flesh or whatever, just like we are. So he's like, I'm not afraid of them. He said that was Uncle Benjen saying that, if I'm not mistaken.
Right.
He said, I'm afraid of the White Walkers.
The White Walkers.
You also asked me that. What are the White Walkers? Now, at this point, what we know about the White Walkers is that they are a legend, that they come with the winter, and they do some unspeakable things.
So it's what we saw in episode 1, though, that girl, right, with those sapphire blue eyes. And
so I don't really want to answer that specifically. You'll find out on that as far as, but that's related. Yes, it's all related to that. And the White Walkers, from the way Uncle Benjen described it, are not human. So that's why he's saying, I'm not afraid of the wildlings because I can kill them. It's the White Walkers I'm afraid of.
I'm guessing they're like zombies. They make them sound like that.
Yeah, but that's almost too little of a, I would say, reduction of what they are. But that could help you at this point to think that. Yeah.
Okay.
It's interesting though. That was one of the things that was the most interesting, or that was the most interesting to me when I first started watching. And what was frustrating that I kind of mentioned in the video is that, like, I love it and I hate it at the same time. We break away and go to different settings.
Yep.
And I love it because it keeps the action moving. It never feels slow, right? I think one of the things about the premiere, the season premiere, or actually the series premiere in this case, right? The first episode is that it's really just Winterfell.
Right.
So it can feel a little stagnant because you're learning new people. You don't know the characters yet. You're not invested at that point. So it can feel maybe a little slow till the very end. But now we're in it. Now we're in like some action, and there's different settings. And I know we saw like the Dothraki, and we saw like, you know, across the Narrow Sea over there. But for the most part, it was a little bit slower, I would say, than these are. Yeah.
My other question is, when's Ned gonna come back? I mean, now he's left his hometown to be with the king, to be the right-hand man. Like, that poor woman. Like, so he's never gonna come back. He's always gonna be at the kingdom.
Well, I think that probably the plan was for the whole family to go with. Well, to answer your question, first of all, ideally he stays for life. Or until the king decides he doesn't want him anymore. You know what I mean? And I guess technically he himself could also, you know, recuse himself from that role.
I mean, but who does?
But usually you don't. Yeah. So I think ideally the plan was for the whole family to go, but then Bran got pushed out the window. And so that's why Catelyn stayed behind with him, you know, and the girls went with him, you know, and then of course the men who we saw more of Robb.
Right.
Robb is the other son, right, that they had,
the oldest,
and Theon, who you've seen, but we haven't heard a lot about him. You'll learn more about him. Stayed behind to like be the men of, you know, Winterfell with Catelyn. Yeah. So ideally, he would stay in that role forever.
Wow, good deal. My last question.
Yeah.
When are those damn eggs going to hatch? She's been incubating those things.
Well,
for
that
like
surprises me. You're just in that because I think you care about the dragons. Anyway.
Well, I mean, they put them on there, like all 3 of them.
Well, she's got like 3 Bath and Body Works candles.
She's warming them up.
I don't think that's enough. I don't think it's enough to make them hatch.
I'm guessing they're probably going to hatch when she has her baby.
Possibly. But I will say, just to keep what we know, okay, from the first episode, Ser Jorah, remember the guy I told you about that got banished, said that they were fossilized. So they're not real eggs. They're just stone. You know what I mean?
So
but
she's
I would
not
say,
really incubating them. She just
she's on display.
Oh,
yeah,
gotcha.
But I would say that like you're thinking in the right way with that. So just table that thought for later. Let's just say it like that. And I would say the other thing too is that to keep in mind with these episodes that we saw, just to kind of recap, you know, he made it to King's Landing. He's there with the girls. You saw Joffrey, right? Not exactly like a fan favorite of people. That little bitchy kid, right? The prince.
Little Caligula.
Yeah. Exactly. And I know he's in the first episode, but you didn't really hear much from him. This one you saw the true just awfulness that is him. More to come on that. 2, we saw the king's brother, Renly, in that small council. He didn't say a lot, but he knew Ned, and they were friendly with each other. You saw Varys, the bald guy, with the little sparrows, or not little sparrows, but his little birdies or whatever he was saying. Is that what he said? Was he little sparrows or little birds?
Little bird.
Something like that, right? But anyway, he knows all the information. He's like the intel guy, right? And then, of course, we saw Lord Baelish, also known as Peter, also known as Littlefinger, which makes it hard to learn names.
It's a lot of names.
Yeah, he was the one that had the brothel that knows Catelyn from way back and brought her in. So they're part of that little small council, which they explained was the king, as you've seen, he likes to have fun, he likes to have sex, he likes to eat and drink. That's it. So he leaves everything to that small council. So now you can kind of see where the hand of the king is such an important role.
And he spent all the money like it's Vegas.
Yes, right. So yeah. Well, I'm glad you liked it better.
Yes, I'm enjoying it very much.
Yeah, and thank you guys for coming on the journey.
Guys.
I know we're just starting.
This is what you voted for, and here we are.
Yes, exactly. As you said, your sweet summer child is making his way through. I'm glad you're liking it so far. Yep. More great things to come. I'll tell you that. But thank you guys again for joining us. We're going to kind of group them together like this. Like I said at the beginning, we might do kind of one-off episodes here and there if they're big ones.
Okay.
But most of all, we'll probably, put most of them together. So anyway,
sure.
Yeah.
Good
all right. Well, you guys have a great rest of the day / night. Do those things to help us if you can. Like, subscribe, free to you. Help out the channel. But in the meantime, we will see you guys in the next video. Thanks.
Bye.
I love the chase and the hunt, and I set the pace when I'm running. I always take what I want, and I always give it 100. Don't need a bank, no, I'm funded. Play the game like it's nothing. I'm always thankful for something. Don't take for granted, stay humble.